All right. Good evening, everyone. Glad to see everybody. I don't know what happened to the three people that were just on, so hopefully they rejoin us again. But if not, we're going to keep the train moving. Don't worry. So first of all, let me answer your question, James. First of all, it's 4 areas you need to know. That's square, square roots, cube, and cube roots. Once you understand the concept and don't worry about trying to remember, then it's not difficult. So for example, I'm gonna do the first 5 squares and the first 5 cubes. What's 1 squared?
1, right?
1. What's 2 squared?
4.
4. What's 3 squared?
All right, that's 9.
What's 4 squared?
Okay.
16. And what's 5 squared?
That's 25.
25. Okay. So these are your. Now I'm only going to do the first 5. Okay.
Right.
Again, I told you I want you to remember the first 15. You should know them by heart.
Yeah, I know them by heart.
Everybody dropping off like crazy, huh?
I know them by heart.
Okay. So now, the inverse operation. Okay. The inverse operation of squaring is what?
The inverse will be 1, right?
No, what's the inverse operation? What's the opposite of squaring something?
The opposite of squaring something is unsquaring something, right?
No, it's not unsquaring.
Square
something.
root. It's square root.
Square root. Now, hold on. Now, I don't see anybody, but I heard something's wrong with my computer. I don't see anybody on my. I don't have anybody. I only see one person. So
I'm here.
Okay, so I don't know what's going on. It looks like everybody dropped off, but I don't know what just happened.
So the inverse operation of 100 will be 10,
no,
right?
Listen, no. I need you to understand the terminology, because this is where people get confused when you don't understand the terminology. So the inverse operation, like you said, is square root. So I'm gonna change the color a little bit. So now, if you look at them, I'm gonna change it to blue, and I'm gonna highlight these. Because I want you to see, you got to understand. Remember, I told you math is about patterns. So the square root of 1, that's what I have highlighted over here, is
1.
The square root of 4
right?
is what?
Is 2.
2. The square root of 9 is what?
3.
3. The square root of 16 is what?
4.
4. The square root of 25 is what?
5.
5. So one of the things you have to be prepared for, what they love to put on the exam, is they'll have something like this. The square root of some number squared is equal to 12. And
now I went over that. That's 12.
Almost everybody puts 144.
It'll be 12.
It'll be 12. Why? Because the square root and the square cancel each other out.
Wow. Right.
Okay, that's first. So that's square and square root. Okay, now I'm gonna take my eraser and then I don't feel like writing everything over. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna cheat just a little bit. Oops, I'm gonna cheat just a little bit. So what's 1 cubed? What's 1 times 1 times 1?
1.
1. What's 2 times 2 times 2?
8.
Yeah.
8.
8. What's 3 times 3 times 3?
27.
27. What's 4 times 4 times 4?
16. 20?
No, 20?
64. 64.
64. What's 5 times 5 times 5?
So that'll be
125.
125. So the cube root, again, you're going to do the same thing you just did. The cube root of 1 is what?
1.
1. Just looking at the base. So the cube root of 1, let me change my color back to blue. The cube root of 1 is 1. The cube root of 8 is what?
That was.
It's 3.
The cube root of 8 is what?
It says 64.
Listen.
No,
you're doing the same thing you were doing before. Cube root,
root 5,
cube or opposite.
The
So the
512.
cube root of 8 is what?
The 512. 512.
2.
2. The cube root of 27 is what?
3.
3. The cube
Oh,
root of 64 is what?
4.
4.
4. The cube root of 125 is what?
5.
5.
Okay.
So understand what it is. First of all, when I asked you the cube root of 27 and you said 64, how can the cube root of 27 be larger? The number can't be larger, right? Because it's the opposite of cubing. It's the opposite. So if you know your cube roots, I would recommend knowing 1 through 6 and any multiple of 10. Now, calculator, because if you get it on a test, you're gonna be able to use your calculator. So you just practice doing it on your calculator. It's easy. For example, let me clear everything out. Boom. So 2 to the 3rd power. 2 times 2 is 8. 3 to the 3rd power. You practice putting the cube in, so when you testing your math acuity and then checking it with the calculator, you're doing it on the calculator and seeing whether you remember.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
If you ask me the cube root of 8, it will be 2, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So watch. I'm gonna show you. So 2 to the 3rd is 8. 3 to
Right.
the 3rd is 27. 4 to the 3rd is 64. 5 to the 3rd. So how you raise to any power is you use the caret, right? So, okay, let's do the opposite. Again, I go over it in my ebook. Make sure you know how to do it. 3, second, because right here you see X and then that root button. So watch this. I hit the second because I want to use that. Cube root of 8 is
2.
2. The cube root of 125 is
5.
That way you're practicing to see if you know it and doing it on your calculator. So when you get that problem on your test, it's a 5 to 10 second problem. Literally a 5 to 10 second problem. All right. So, all right. Now I didn't want to get into that. That's just people had questions today. So remember what we're doing is we are covering questions you're almost guaranteed to see on your test.
How many
So
of those you think it will be?
1.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
So, I mean, you shouldn't even take 3 hours to study that. Just write it down, throw it in your calculator, write it down again, throw it in your calculator, write it down, throw it in your calculator. By the time one day over, cube root, square root.
Okay, cool.
All right, so what I wanted to go over today, I had a lot of questions this week about
that right there is one of my questions.
let me make it nice and big.
That right there.
Nice and big. So what they like to do on the exam is they will give you a shape like this called a composite shape. A composite shape is a shape made of multiple shapes. That's all it is. So what you do is you break the big composite shape down into smaller shapes. So for example, say if I wanted to find the area and the perimeter of this shape. First of all, let me ask the class, if I wanted to find a perimeter of this shape, can anybody tell me the answer? If I want to find a perimeter of this shape, can anybody tell me the answer if I ask for the perimeter of this shape?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is it 20?
Oh, definitely not.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on.
So I'm glad I picked these tonight because nobody has, one person tried and got it incorrectly, but nobody else even answered the question yet. What is the
26,
perimeter of this
26.
shape? 26. I don't even know what it is because I haven't done it yet, but let me see.
I thought you had to add all the
3
sides.
plus 3 plus 8 plus 6 plus 6.
Nope. Close though. You're very close.
I thought you had to add all the sides to get the perimeter.
You do.
Is it 23?
Nope. So let me go over this shape. Let me go over this because James said, aren't you supposed to add all the sides to get the perimeter? Latasha and Fahima said a number that was close to the
I said
answer,
20.
right? So remember, what you did, James, first of all, what you did was you add all the numbers. All you did was add the numbers there. You didn't say what you did. What you said was you need to add all the sides, right? Okay,
Right.
let's look at the sides. Let's look at the sides. Okay, so this is one side, 3. This is another side, plus 8. This is another side. Oh, we don't have that.
Yeah,
That's
So what you have to do is you have to look at these two over here. This is 3, and this is 3, and this side is what?
Yeah.
Can anybody tell me?
6 centimeters.
So we got plus 6, plus 6,
Plus 3.
plus 3. And this is what people forgot. This one right here. What is that?
Where? Wait, do it again. What'd you just do?
Right here. What's this piece right here?
Oh, that's the radius, right?
The what?
No.
It has to be 3.
Nope.
1.5.
3, it's gonna have to be 6 then, Mr.
Nope.
Tinsley.
1.5.
Nope.
1.5?
Nope.
It's gonna be 8, isn't it? Because it's got to cross over to a square.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Oh, it's
Watch
two?
this.
It's
Let me
gonna
show
be
you.
3 plus 6. 3 plus 6, 9.
Nope. 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 Watch this. Let me show you. So I'm gonna change the color right now. I'm gonna change it to blue. We know this is 8 from here to here, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
From here to here is 6.
Right.
Yeah.
So what would this piece be here?
2.
2.
That's what I said.
I ain't hear nobody say 2.
I said
Why?
two.
Why is it 2?
I will rewind.
Why is it 2?
recording.
Nah, I
You
said
said
two.
You said 1.5.
Nah,
I said-
I didn't say it.
No,
Somebody
that was
else
me. I said 1.5, Mr. Chesley.
Okay.
J
So-
Boogie.
2. So in order to
Why
find the
does-
perimeter, you have to add all these up. So 3 plus 8 is 11, plus 6 is 17, plus 6 is 23.
But 2
Everybody
is
just
8.
went off my screen.
But 2 is 8 divided by 4.
Well,
No. You're not dividing 8 divided by 4. No, you got the 2 is because this. Remember, I told you, look at the blue.
8 minus
This-
6 equal
this-
2.
Right, 8 minus 6 is 2. That's where you
Yeah.
got the 6 from. Because this,
Okay.
remember,
Yeah.
opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. So if this side is 8, this side would be 8 too, but you only have 6. You have a missing piece right
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
That's where we got the 2, 8 minus 6. So
Okay.
3
You had
plus
to
8 is
count that.
11, plus 6 is 17, plus 6 is 23, plus 5 is 28. So the perimeter of this shape will be 28 centimeters.
I did 26. I didn't count
So
2.
let me ask you a question, Mr. Chesley. You add the 6, you add the 3s, and you add the 8, and then on the other side you added another 6 centimeters, and then you added that little 2 right there.
Yes. Because what is perimeter? Like you said, is the distance around. You don't just add the numbers because you're there. You have to add
Okay.
each piece to get the distance around. So now, when we talk about distance around, okay, what a distance around? Borders around a picture, fencing around a garden. So
that's
the idea you want to keep in your mind is distance around. So you know you're counting around the shape no matter what it is.
Right.
Okay.
You're going to have probably something like this. Okay, so let's do some more examples. We're gonna come back and do area in a little bit, but I want to work with the perimeter. Okay, so I'm gonna give everybody the opportunity to find. Is Mr. Crosby here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, so unfortunately, I can't see anybody on my screen. All I see is me. And I don't know what happened, so all I see is me.
You see me?
So Mr. Crosby, we got to give him a hand. Give him the good news.
Yeah, I ended up passing. Last week.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thanks,
Congratulations,
thanks,
man.
thanks a whole lot. You guys could,
How's your
thanks.
score? How's the score?
I just made it.
Oh,
That's
good
all that
job.
matters. I
You
just
still
made it.
passed.
I can dig it, homeboy.
You know,
Now he didn't tell me he was taking it. So
You
what he
know.
wanted to do is he wanted to surprise me. Because
Yes,
what
sir.
happened was what he
It's
did
a good
was
surprise.
he heard of the other people passing. He wanted
Yep.
to take it, so he didn't tell me. And he
Yep.
did pass it. And it doesn't matter if you get 145, 146, 148. All that matters is he finished his math exam, the hardest exam of the GED for most people.
Yes, sir.
So let's give him a hand.
Yes.
All
Congratulations.
right. So let's get right back into this, and let's see if we can find a perimeter of this shape.
All right,
I'm gonna
sending
set
you
my
the answer.
timer. I'm gonna set the timer. I'm gonna set it for 2 minutes. For 2 minutes, and I think that's too long, but I want to give everybody opportunity to make sure they understand this problem. So let me start 2 minutes, and you can go ahead and when you finish, when you get your answer, you can send it to me in the chat.
Four, 7, 3, 1.
Don't say answer out loud, James. I can hear you.
All right. I sent it to you in the chat already.
Wait, I don't remember how to, I'm on my phone, so I gotta remember how to send you stuff.
At the bottom, you see chat. Click on chat, then change the 2 to my name, and then put your answer in it, then press enter. So James, let me see. It would be nice if I figured it out first, right? Let me see.
Yo, why you making them noises, man?
I'm sorry.
If it's wrong, I know what I did wrong.
Okay, that is incorrect.
I know what it is then.
I know what you did too. I see where you made your mistake.
Yep.
Lakeisha, that is incorrect.
Why is that wrong?
So listen, this is the beauty of this class. Making mistakes here, nothing happens.
It's fun. Yeah, it's a fun make a mistake here.
So, but
I know what
this
it
is
is.
where you fix it too.
Yeah.
Send it to me in the chat.
Trust me, that sounded like me when I do my one-on-ones with Mr. Tesley. Like, oh man.
Okay.
Am I subtracting something?
Why would you be subtracting something?
Oh no subtraction.
No.
Okay, I'm sitting there.
Okay.
Mr. Tesley, that's right. Did I get it
Everybody is so close. You might be right. I don't know. Let's see. All right, let's go over. The timer went off. So we want distance around. So we got 1
25.
plus
It's 25.
3 plus
Bang.
7,
I sent it to you in the chat just now.
4.
plus.
Why ain't that 7?
Oh,
Why? Because let me draw this right here.
right?
This is 7. This
Right,
is
and
1.
Okay, so I didn't add a 1.
Oh yeah,
Right. So that's what you gotta
did.
remember. So the thing you gotta
Mhm.
remember is the opposite sides of a rectangle are
Mhm.
equal. So when you draw that, so you see how I drew that little dash? That's to
Yeah.
simulate the other side is 7. And then if you look at this other rectangle on the left, the opposite of 1, the other side of 1 is also
Oh,
1.
so that would've been
So
8.
this side is 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we gotta look at this side. So again, this is what people had a problem.
That's
So
gonna be
here,
6.
from here to here, you got 4, right? So if we go
Well,
over
I
here,
got 8.
you got 4, and then from here to here, you have what?
7. That's 3.
That
7.
just missed by 1 point then. So
Well,
it's
I
30.
got 8.
So we got 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 4 is 14, 18, 22, 29, 30.
30, yep. I got 31.
Wow.
I should.
Well,
I
where do we?
added that
I don't know where we got the 8 at. Where the 8 came into play.
at the
Right
bottom.
here. So remember, the 8 is here. So we got
But how-
7 and 1.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I see.
Here you got the 4 and the 3. From here, opposite sides are equal. So I'm glad I picked this exercise for tonight because they listen. And there they give with the rectangle, they're gonna give you area and perimeter of rectangle, and they're gonna give you something like this. We have a composite shape. Let's try a couple more to make sure we got it. And then I'm going to include this worksheet when I send the video, so you get time to practice. Let's try this one. Remember, perimeter is distance around. If you have to draw your little lines, I guess. Matter of fact, let me see if I can put it in the chat now. I can't see anybody, but to everybody, to everyone. What's this called? This is called area of compound shape differentiated activity sheets. Okay. Let me go here, computer. Let me go to download. My downloads folder. Oh, somebody else cannot get in. What is the problem? Okay, so if you need this worksheet, I just put it in the chat. So if you're on your laptop or on your phone, you can download it and you'll have it right now.
Can you sit in with the video tonight?
Yes, I'm also going to send it with the video tonight too.
All right.
But if you want to open it now so you can look at it, you can. And send me your answer in the chat.
6. I need to have this 3, 4.
Miss Coleman, you're right. I can't see anybody. Wow.
Why you think that is?
James, I have no idea. Something wrong with Zoom, I guess. James, you are correct.
All right. Okay.
I'm sorry. I felt like Maury Povich. You are not the father. It's like, no. You know, I'm showing my age. Maury Povich is not on TV anymore, right? Showing my age.
Yes, he is.
He's still on.
Yes.
Wow.
I think he is.
He used to have these shows where he used to bring people on the show and they're getting tested, DNA test to see if they the father or not.
That's the skinny guy, right?
Yeah, he's still
Right
doing it. He's still
Oh
doing it.
wow. He made a whole career that Darlene, you are incorrect. And I know why you're incorrect, and I'm gonna show you. I see why. You're missing that one little piece you left out.
Well, they asked us to find a perimeter. We gotta do what you said to find a perimeter. And what's the name of the shape? What is this called again?
Did anybody know that is there a name to this shape?
They don't ask you to find a perimeter shape, do they?
Hold on. Yes, they're gonna ask you perimeter. That's why we're going over it. But there is no name of this shape. It's called a composite shape. So it's a shape made of several shapes.
Right. Okay. A shape made of several shapes.
So what you want to remember is if I broke this down, look, this is really 2 rectangles put together.
Okay.
That's what they mean by composite shapes.
Now that you did that, I see where I missed. I keep missing numbers, like 2 numbers.
So you'll have this sheet. All right, so that's 2 minutes. Let's start the perimeter again. So perimeter, let's start here.
That's 5.
5.
4.
1. Oh, is it 4?
1.
It is 4, isn't it?
3.
Now this is missing.
6.
So right, how'd you get 6?
The 1 and the 5.
The 1 and the 5. Okay, so 1 and the 5. So you got the 1 here, and you got the 5 here. 1 plus 5 is 6. Does everybody see that?
Yep, I see
Now,
it.
this is missing. So we got to figure out this side. This is what?
7. 7.
the 4, and then the
That's right.
3, which is 7. So we got to add 3 plus 6 plus 7. Let's add them all up. 5 and 4 and 1 is 10. 3 and 6 is 9. So that's 19 plus 7 is 26. It's 26. Now I'm gonna do one more smaller problem, and then I'm gonna find an example of let me put this on one screen and let me find the other one. Let me see. I'll find it. So let's do this one. I'm gonna give 2 minutes. And now you don't have the actual document here, but use your finger. Use your finger, then write it down. 6. That's 9, and do it. And that's how you. And listen.
Are we doing the perimeter or the area?
The perimeter. No, we only doing the perimeter right now. I didn't even show you area yet, just the perimeter. I am going to show you area, but right now I just want the perimeter.
Three.
I really don't like, well, I can't see everybody.
Plus,
Was it like this through the whole video or just started?
No, it started about maybe about 15 minutes into the class. All I can see is me.
all right, let's see.
Okay,
You got me on this one a little bit.
hold on.
9. That whole thing is 9.
Miss Coleman, you better stop. You better stop playing. That's too straight. Mr. Crosby, yes. Darlene, incorrect. You off. I see why you was off. You added
Okay,
something.
I'm sending you mine. Let's see what I get. Bam.
Everybody's so close. Let's look at it.
Not 30.
Woo!
It's not
That
30.
is incorrect. Incorrect. Let's do it. I'm gonna make my line a little thicker so we can actually see. I'm making my line a little thicker. Okay. So we got
6,
6,
9,
9,
3, 4, 3.
How'd you get 3?
I just took the 3 and put it on the other side.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
What 3 on the other side?
Where it say 3 centimeters?
I closed the square.
I put the 3 centimeters right there.
So
The other side say 6 centimeters. So
that's where you get it from. Hold on. Stay right there. Because I heard 2 things. First of all, I heard somebody say I closed it off, right? But these may not be drawn to scale. So you can't just say, okay, that looks like it's 3. That look like a square, so it must be 3. No, how you get it is this opposite side is 6 centimeters.
okay.
Right? And then from here to here is 3.
Oh,
You
okay.
got another little piece left.
It's
6
3.
minus 3 is 3. This is where this is 3 right here.
Right.
Then you got this side here.
That's 5.
How'd you get 5?
Because if that's 4 centimeters and the top is 9 centimeters, I figured that would be 5 centimeters to make
That is
9.
perfectly. You got to find this piece right here. 5.
That's 5 centimeters.
That is right. Now we got to add them up. So we got
I put 30.
plus 3 plus 5. Maybe I added them up wrong. I make mistakes too. Let's see. 6 plus 9 is 15. Plus 3 is 18. Plus 4 is 22. Plus 3 is 25. Plus 5 is 30. So
I was wrong.
18.
30. Now, if you can do this, you should be fine. But guess what? They might ask you area.
Okay, let's try that next. Come on.
They might also, so again, remember I told you, area and perimeter of a rectangle. Okay. They might also ask you area. All right, so let's go
Okay.
back to the first question.
I gotta find my.
Now,
Let's
What was the answer? Sorry, what was the answer?
30.
Area is
So
area is left time width, right?
area is length times width.
So block.
So what's important though? This is what's important. You have to break this composite shape down into multiple shapes. So I'm gonna draw my line here.
Oh, so it won't be 48 then.
So this is my rectangle 1. This is my rectangle 2. Does everybody see that by drawing that line, I now have 2 different shapes, one rectangle and a second rectangle? Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I want to find the area, like James said, length times width, what am I multiplying for rectangle 1?
3 times 8. 3 times
3
8.
times 8. What is 3 times 8?
24.
24. Let's look at the second rectangle. If I want to find the area of the second rectangle, what would I multiply?
3 times 6.
3 times 6. What is 3 times 6?
18.
18. Now, if I got the area of the first rectangle and I got the area of the second rectangle, how am I going to find the area of the entire shape? What do I need to do to those two?
Addition.
Together.
Addition.
Addition.
24 plus 18.
42.
42 centimeters square. Right.
Hold on.
Okay.
Did you listen what I just wrote? I wrote 42 centimeters
Square.
squared. Why? Because what are they asking for?
The area.
Area. Area is always squared. Square inches or inches
Remember that.
squared. Always.
Gotta remember that.
Area is always
So
Always.
what they're going to do is they're going to give you A, B, C, D. And they're going to have 42 centimeters and 42 centimeters squared possibly. You got to know
Square,
this area.
square centimeter, right?
Square centimeters. Yep. So you know it's B.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So again, break
No.
down the composite shape into 2 smaller shapes. Let's try another one. And this time I'll give you 2 minutes. Ooh, this is a little bit hard here, huh? This
So
is a little
you
bit
want
harder
to
here.
find perimeter,
Now,
perimeter
so-
and the area?
no,
Just area.
right now we're just working on area.
Okay.
Just working on area. We already did perimeter. We're just working on area. So let me write the formula down again. Area equal length times width. Okay. Now, you might question, well, how do I know how to break it down? It don't matter. Long as you see 2 shapes. So to me, I'm gonna make mine easy. I'm gonna do mine right here. Oops, I meant to have a dotted line. Oops. Here we go. I'm gonna draw my, so this is my rectangle 1. This is my
Okay.
rectangle 2.
Okay.
Let's see who gets it. Now, you don't have to do it that way. You can, for me, I would do it that way. But guess what? You could do it this way. This may be easier for you.
Is it 24?
This is your rectangle 1. This is your rectangle 2. Send your answer in the chat. And send it to me, not everybody. Send it to me.
Well,
24.
Let me put my square.
Centimeter squared. 24.
My thoughts?
24. I'm not sure about 24.
4 times.
Hold on. I got,
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute.
That'd be 7.
remember,
I
break
missed-
it down into 2 rectangles, find the area of each rectangle, and then add them together.
Okay. Here's my new answer.
Okay, let's see. It'd be nice if I did it first, though, huh? Okay, that's not what I got, but let's see.
Not the first one. The second one is for me.
Okay. So I got answers all over the place.
Hold up, I ain't getting mine yet.
I know. We got about 30 seconds left.
Okay, I'm sending you mine now.
Send me yours now.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Okay.
You know what?
Woo. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Folks. Oh,
only
I
seen-
forgot
I've-
my centimeter square.
Centimeter squared. I've only seen one answer correct. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everybody answered. Well, I can't see everybody, so I can't see everybody. So, All right. So I'm gonna do it 2 ways. Well, actually, hold on. It's got about 8 seconds left. Hold on. Let me let the timer expire first, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it down both ways, so you can see rectangle 1 and rectangle 2. So I'm gonna break it down both ways and see if we get the same answer. I'm gonna see this worksheet.
The answer.
Okay, Mr. Marshall. Let's see if we got it right. Let me see. All right. So first of all, if I broke it down here, okay. So now I'm gonna look at this triangle here. I'm gonna look at rectangle 2 first, because that looks pretty easy. Rectangle 2 looks pretty easy. So how would I find the area of rectangle 2?
7 times 4,
7 times 4. What is 7 times 4?
28.
28. Okay, so the first rectangle is 28. The area is 28. Let's look at this second rectangle. Now, again, I called it rectangle 1. I did it second, but this is where people made the mistake. All they did was see that 1 and 3. Understand, you need a length and a width. So
7,
this
1, 7.
rectangle is 1 by what?
1, 7.
1
1
by
times-
7. And what's 1 times 7?
35, 7.
7.
Now, what do we have to do to these 2 numbers?
Addition,
Oh, I did multiplication.
we
Didn't
need
I?
37.
Did I do?
37?
Oh, no, I got it right. 35.
You be confusing yourself, James. You better stop playing. So again, look at what I did. First of all, I sectioned off so I could see that this was 2 rectangles. I did the easiest one first because I could see it right away. 7 by 4, 28. That second rectangle may not be as easy because since we don't know that side, we have to use the sides on the other side. So again, in order to get this is 7, we got to add the 3 and the 4.
Yeah, that's why I messed up at.
So that's where we got the 7. So 7 plus 28 is 35 centimeters squared. So now you can either say 35 centimeters squared, or you can say 35 square centimeters. Either way is correct. They mean the same thing. Okay. All right. So let's try a couple more. And then I'm going to show you one, a big one. All right. Again, we want to find the area of this composite shape. Now, on the high set, if anybody's here for the high set or the task, what they'll do is they'll give you a square and then a triangle at the top, or they'll give you a square and a half circle at the top. So, but you got to understand the concept. Find the area of each. To find the area of the composite shape, you break it down into smaller sheets. And send me your answer when you have it in the chat. Let me see.
That's 38.
No, that is incorrect, Natasha. So I'm glad I'm glad I selected this area or these group of concepts, because it looks like most people are having some type of issues with this. So again, I'm with the video in the screenshots, I'm gonna include several worksheets, not just this one, but I'm going to include others.
Mine up there, Mr. Chesley.
Okay. Let's see. Mr. Marshall, you are correct. Mr. Crosby, you are incorrect.
Am I correct now?
No. Nope.
Still incorrect.
Still incorrect.
My carry don't work. That's why I was using that carry button, but when I push the carry button, it puts the arrow up there. You see that arrow, Mr. Chesley?
So
Why
are you on your phone or your laptop?
The laptop.
All right, you got to hold shift and number 6.
6.
Shift and number 6.
So I'm gonna say sorry, number 6, right?
Oh,
Darlene, that is incorrect.
Yeah, but it just puts the carry there.
Yeah, that's supposed to be just the carrot. The carrot
Oh,
means raised to a power.
Oh, I thought I had to put 2.
No, then you put the 2. It doesn't raise to the carrot is just a symbol.
Yeah, but it won't go. See, the 2 go down to the bottom. Look, when I hit the 2.
Okay, so that was 2 minutes. Let's see if we can figure this out. We want to find the area. Area is length times width. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break my shapes right there. Why? Because I can see this first shape easily. And if I want to find the area of this rectangle 1, this is rectangle 2. How would I find the area of rectangle 1?
5 times 4.
Does everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
I got
Okay.
that part right.
Now for the second rectangle,
6
okay,
times.
this is the harder part because we have a missing side here. But we know length times width. So we
3
know the
times
width is
6.
3. How'd you get
3
the
times
6?
6.
How did you get the
3
6?
times 6, 5 plus 1.
5 plus 1. So here we got the 1 plus 5. So 3 times 6. And what's 3 times 6?
18.
18. And then we must add the 2 together.
38.
30.
38 centimeters squared or 38 square centimeters. Now, this is also what I want to tell you. Okay, let me erase this real quick. And I'm gonna put multiple choice here.
Oh.
Okay. Which answers can we get rid of and tell me why?
No answer.
Process of elimination.
No one.
Which multiple choice ones can we get rid of right
56.
away? Why can we get rid of 56?
It's a big number.
Well, not just because it's a big number. Watch this. I'm gonna show you something.
Nothing on there's gonna times 56.
Right. But what? No, it does. That's why I did it. I'm gonna show you. Let me get my square here, my rectangle. I'm trying to, it's not exact, but okay. So if I had that, right, that means this would be 5, this side would be 4 and 3, right? So this is 4 and 3, 4 and 3.
7.
So again, oops, I didn't mean to do that.
This is a really good trick too. Like to
7. 9.
process of elimination, like when
Right. So that's what I'm trying to show you. Because first of all, what I recognize is this is 20, right? The whole shape, again, is 20. If this one shape is 20, can't be A, can't be B. Right away. Right away. And like you said, Natasha, 56 is too big. Why? Because that would be like 8 times 7. That means, no, we don't have anything that big. Without even doing any work, we got our answer.
So that trick is so good. When I was taking that, like taking a test, that really helps because you taught me that. Yeah. Listen to Mr. Tisley, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let's try this last one. Because believe it or not, I mean, we only went over 2 concepts today, but believe it or not, it's already 7 o'clock. Believe it or not, that's crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the timer. This is the last one we're going to do for this evening. Okay, I'm going to set the timer, and I want to know the area of this composite shape. Starting now. And send me your answer in the chat.
Okay, so that'll be 30. Let me see.
Okay. Time is up. So you might be thinking, because I heard somebody say, damn.
That's me.
Listen, so the reason why I set the timer is because most questions you should be able to answer in about 3 minutes. Well, where did I get that number from? Well, the test is 2 hours or 120 minutes, and there's about 40 questions. So 120 divided by 40 is 3. So you should be in the habit of being able to solve a problem in less than 3 minutes. If the difficulty is easy, you should be able to do it in 1 minute. If the difficulty is medium, you should be able to do it in less than 2 minutes. If it's difficult, it should be around 3 minutes. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna do it 2 ways first. I'm gonna break mine up right here.
That's what I did.
Okay, so this is my rectangle 1. This is my rectangle 2. So rectangle 2, I can see easily. I can see the length and width easily. How would I find the area of rectangle 1?
Times 3.
3 times 4,
And what is 3 times 4?
12.
Okay. Now let's look at rectangle 1. Okay. I know one of the dimensions. 6 by
6
what?
times 5.
Well, how did you get the 5?
Because a half of 9.
No, not half of 9. No,
No,
definitely not
4.
half of 9.
Plus 4 plus 5.
Right, because This long leg here is 9. And then you have this
That's
small
4.
here, that's 4.
Yep.
So 9 minus 4 is 5. So this piece right here is 5.
5.
So 6 times 5
30.
is 30.
30.
We add both
42.
of them together.
42.
32 square centimeters.
You sure about that? What's 30 plus 12?
Oh man, it was 42. I put 32. Oh,
Yeah.
it's 42. That was a simple mistake.
Okay.
That
Now,
would have cost.
watch the multiple choice.
What if you would have put the dot across the other way, Mr. Tansley? Huh?
Okay, I'm gonna do that in a minute. Let's look at this multiple choice. How you know it's not 12?
Small.
Why? Why? I don't just want you to say because it's small. What can you look at quickly to know 12 can't be the answer?
Because 6 times 5 is 30.
Right. If you look at the first rectangle, 6 times 5 is 30. Or if you look at the second rectangle, 3 times 4 is 12. So the area of the first smaller rectangle is already 12. So you know it has to be bigger than. So you know it can't be A. 6 times 5 is 30. So you know it must be bigger than 30. Now, this is what I want to show you before. Let me make sure you understand this. Let me draw a big old rectangle. I'm gonna try to get it right on this time. This is the entire rectangle. If you didn't have this little space cut out here, that's 9 times 6. So we know it's not 54.
Yeah.
Listen, sometimes you may not be able to figure something out, but I'm telling you, on the GED, you should be able to eliminate 2 answers easily.
So that's called the area of the area of a rectangle, right?
No, these are not these. Okay, let me say it
Composite
again.
shapes.
Composite shapes.
So what
Now,
question?
this composite
How
shape.
would they question this on the GED though?
What?
How would they word it?
What do you mean? How would they word it? Okay, I'm gonna show you exactly how they word it. Watch this. I'm gonna show you
I need to ask
exactly.
you another question before you erase it.
I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you. Watch this. I'm about to
Don't
show you.
erase this either.
I'm about to show you. Watch
But
this.
go back to the other problem.
Ho, I am. I'm gonna show you. I'm going to show you so you can really understand. Because what happens is, listen, the computation part is important, but you got to be able to break things down. You have to be able to break things down. So I'm gonna show you from the GED study guide an example of where we see something like this. And most people get this one wrong. Right there, there we go. So that's a word problem. So let me read this word problem to you. It's a whole lot of information. The Wilson's family backyard is a rectangular plot that has a length of 100 feet and a width of 80 feet. They planted a garden with a length width of 60 feet. The family planted a lawn in the remaining area of the backyard as shown. What is the area in square feet of the lawn in the Wilson's family backyard? So I didn't have the word problem connected to what we just did, but this problem is exactly the same. So
Okay.
for example, this is a composite shape. So what they're saying is they have a rectangular garden, but then they took a little piece of it and used it for something else. They want to know the remaining area of what you have left. So again, what you want to do, let me make my point a little smaller. We want to break this down into 2 rectangles. So this is, again, this is 2 separate rectangles that make up one composite shape. So I'm gonna draw this right here. I'm gonna draw my line right there. This is my rectangle 1. This is my rectangle 2. So my rectangle 1, because they want to know what is the area. They didn't say perimeter, said what is the area. So I got to know, since I have 2 rectangles, I need to be using length times width. My first rectangle, how am I going to find the area?
80 times.
80 multiplied by 40.
How
Because
did you get
100
40?
minus 60 equal 40.
Right. This is important. Listen to what she just said. We know this dimension here, that's 80. 80 by something else. We do not know this right here. It is not given to us. But what is given to us is we know from here to here is 100.
Right.
And here to here is 60. So we have to find this piece. So we subtract 100 minus 60, 40. So this first part or first rectangle of our composite shape is 80 by 40. And what's 80 times 40? What's 8 times 4?
3,200.
8 times 4 is 32. How many zeros do we have? 2
Zero,
zeros,
zero.
3,200. Perfect. Again, that's that mental math I want you to get used to. 8 times 4 is 32. How many zeros do I have? 2 zeros, 3,200. Now, let's look at rectangle number 2. Now, we know the first dimension is 60.
60.
Yeah.
60 by what? We don't know this
No.
piece right here. But what
80,
we do
80
know,
minus 60.
80 minus
Minus
60.
Six.
So this is what?
20.
20.
20. So this is 60 by 20. And what's 60 times 20? 1,200. Now, we found the area of the first shape. We have the area of the second shape. What must we do to those two numbers?
Add them together.
What's 3,200 plus 1,200?
4,400.
There we go.
44. Yeah.
So that's what type of word problem you might get. But they will always include a diagram. Okay? They will always include a diagram.
Can you go back
Okay.
to the other one though? I want to show you, ask you a question on the other one.
I know what the question is. You don't even have to tell me what the question is. Watch this. I'm gonna show you. Instead of going it down, instead of splitting it vertically,
Yeah.
I'm going to split it horizontally.
Yup.
9 minus
So,
4.
Rectangle 1. So let me do two different colors.
Will the answers be the same?
Let me do two. Let's see. What do you think?
No.
Wow. Okay. Let's think about it. Let's answer your question. Do you think it's going to be the same?
I mean, it's let me see. I don't know yet.
It
I gotta do the
should.
math.
Yeah, it
Okay.
should be.
First of all, if you got the area of a shape, no matter how you do it, it should
It's
be the
gonna
right.
be the
It should be the same thing, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be the
So
same.
watch this. This is my first rectangle. So I'm gonna change the color so we can see it. Okay. Boom. What is the area of that rectangle?
Okay.
9 times 3,
9 by
Yeah.
3. And 9 times 3 is what?
27.
27.
Okay. Now let's look at rectangle number 2. Let me change my color to green this time.
That's how I did it the first time, but I still got it wrong.
Okay. So my rectangle 2 is what?
3. 5 times 3.
Is 9 minus 4 equal 5?
5. Because we
Times
need
3.
this right here. This is 5. And what's this right here?
3.
4.
3. 5 by 3 is what?
15.
What's 27 plus 15?
42.
Did we get 42 before?
Yeah.
There we go. It doesn't matter how you break it down.
Cool.
Okay. To me, I use that other way. The reason why, because on this one, I got to do 9 minus 4, 6 minus 3. I don't have to do all that if I break this up vertically, because I see my 4 by 3 right away. And my 6 is already known. So I only got to find one missing side. I want to make as few mistakes as possible. So I just want to fix that missing side instead of having to find 2 sides. Got me?
Yes.
Yeah.
What a night. Time went fast. It's crazy because I don't know if I told you, but I'm back to work. So I'm up at 7 o'clock, 6:30, whatever time I get up, all the way, go to work, then rush home now to get to this class. So I barely even ate. I had to hurry up and swallow down some tacos.
Okay.
But listen, this is what I want you to do.
Take it easy, buddy.
Yes.
This is what I want you to do. Remember this right here. Tonight, what we just did is up to 4 questions on your exam. This is why. Listen, the first question that you're going to get is you're going to have to figure out area of a rectangle. The second question you might get is a perimeter of a rectangle. The third one is you might get an area of a composite shape. And the fourth one you might get is a perimeter of a composite shape.
So did we do we did those right?
You
Yes.
tell me did we did. You tell me if we did. So
Oh, you-
what's important, James,
Oh,
what you have to
pick me
focus
up.
on, listen. What you have to focus on is you have to understand the vocabulary.
The
Because a
lingo,
lot
yeah, the
of
lingo.
times you understand how to do it, but if you don't know what it's called or when to use, it's going to give you issues. So make sure you using the vocabulary, area and perimeter of a composite shape.
Yeah, but you lost.
Okay.
You said area of rectangle, area of the perimeter. Area of the rectangle is just where you broke it up, right? The composite shape.
Yes.
So it could be
Yes.
either or.
Yes. That's
It's
what I'm
done the
saying.
same way, but okay. I
Right.
got
Okay. So when you have an area, so what they're probably going to do, if they give you area of rectangles, they're going to give you the area and they want to know the missing side, either length or the width. Same thing. They might give you the perimeter and they might give you the length and they want to know the missing width. You definitely going to have a composite shape and you're going to have to either do area or perimeter. So let me see if I can find one real quick before we leave. It's 7-11 already. Let me see if I can find one quickly. Let me see if I can find one real quick. Nope. I don't have anything hardly open tonight because I was going to go and do that. See, that's a composite one. I just did that one. No, I don't. So we're not worried about it. But again,
all right. I mean, I had the
those
time.
are the
I
four
see it.
possible. Those are the four possible questions that have to deal with the rectangle that you need to be ready for. So you
Okay.
need to be ready for an area of a rectangle if they give you the area. So again, look at this. I'm going to show you, but right before we leave, this is the last thing. Watch this. Look, let me show you. Compute the perimeter and area of polygons. Find side lengths of polygon when given the perimeter or area. Compute the perimeter and area of two-dimensional composite shapes, which include circles.
Polygon.
Okay. So they're using polygon to mean a multi-sided shape. So they could give you a rectangle,
okay.
they could give you a square, they could give you a trapezoid, they could give you a parallelogram. So remember, just like in the ebook, I go over every single shape. You must know them all.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
what I can tell you,
So,
is for most intents and purposes, you're going to see a rectangle guaranteed. You probably will see an area of a triangle guaranteed. You're going to see area and circumference of a circle guaranteed. You rarely see trapezoid, you rarely see parallelogram, but be ready. So in your ebook, I cover all of them, but rectangle, square, triangle, and circle almost always on the exam.
I would study all of them just
to be sure.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions before we leave?
No, that's it, boss.
All right. Everybody have a good night.
All right, Mr.
Thank
Tiz,
you.
take it easy.
If anybody
Thank you
was
so
new
much.
tonight, if anybody was new tonight, make sure you put your email in the chat before you leave. If you are new tonight, because I can't see anybody except myself.
All right,
So
you
hold
gonna
on,
send everything out, right?
Hold on, James. Hold on. If you're new tonight, make sure you send me your email. Now, your question was, and we're gonna make sure you send that. Don't I send the video and the screenshots every night?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to ask that? I got you.
All
Mr.
right.
Tin Man, Mr. Tin Man.
All right.
Everybody have a good night.
All right, big dog. Take it
Bye-bye.
easy.